My name is Deborah Short. I'm the owner and founder of Planning for Seniors. I've spent the last 18 years providing options and solutions for long-term care expenses and all of the other ancillary issues that go along with that for people who are in need of long-term care, whether they're in the home or in a facility or in a nursing home. In March of this year, my dear mother experienced an aneurysm that ruptured in her brain that we knew about, and then suffered a very debilitating stroke as well, being paralyzed on the right side. And through that experience and that the whole issue of being in the hospital, and then it was time to be released and making a choice of where she was going to rehab, was really something that I was able to handle with knowledge and with grace and confidence. And it really hit home how difficult this must be for those of you who don't have this education or this knowledge or this background, or anyone who can help you with all of these different issues that are going to be happening or have already happened to you. It has always been an honor and a privilege to be able to work with families at the end of their parents' or their loved ones' lives. I have always found it to be very heartwarming. It is a passion that I have, and it is a calling that I believe that I have to do this for our elderly population, as well as those that are disabled or the adult child themselves who are in turmoil and chaos during this challenging time. So it was really wonderful that I did have the background that I did to be able to help my mother and my father during this time. And my mother is doing very well. We have her at home. We're rehabbing her at home. And so far she's doing great and is getting ready to start walking on her own. And it's been wonderful that I have been able to be part of this now on a personal basis as well as professionally. I consider myself more of an advocate for our senior population more than anything else, more than a professional that's providing this type of expertise. Probably because our senior population, our greatest generation, has funded these programs with their tax dollars and have done very well in making sure that they can take care of themselves as they get older. And so I've tried to help this portion of our population and be their advocate, whether it is concerning Medicare, Medicare supplements, long-term care expenses, long-term care issues, elder care, elder abuse, insurance issues, banking issues, legal issues. And I formulated a wonderful team of professionals that help me with any type of challenge that our elderly population may encounter. More than anything, though, it is helping the adult child. The adult child is not equipped to handle all of the many issues and challenges that they're going to face when trying to care for their parent. And we'll talk about that later on. The other segment of our population that I have been able to also help and to advocate for is the disabled person. Whether they're 2 or 102, they seem to be in need of my type of expertise. And then the other segment is also the person that's already on public benefits, Medi-Cal or SSI, and has inherited money or has had a settlement of some kind. There's a lot of people that have been injured and have become disabled, have been on public benefits for many years, and then after 10 years of litigation, they finally have some type of a legal settlement, and I make sure that their benefits are able to continue and not impact their public benefits anyway, but still have the use of and the direct benefit of this settlement money. Our elderly population really don't know how to plan for their aging experience. They don't plan for it financially, they don't plan for it legally, they don't plan on where they're going to be living, and they really kind of stick their head in the sand and say, well, you know what, I'll let my kids figure that out. Medical science is so wonderful that everybody is living longer, and they really don't plan for the future. They don't plan ahead. The flip side of that is that the adult child really doesn't plan ahead either, because they think that their parent has everything all figured out. They're busy living their lives, planning for their retirement, raising their children, their grandchildren, and really don't have a clue what they don't know. And there we are, all of a sudden, mom or dad, age 86, 88, 70, 69, whatever the age is, find themselves with Parkinson's, with Alzheimer's, with a stroke, with MS, and all of these seemingly short-term debilitating conditions that would usually take someone's life early on, and they're living a long life with these conditions or diseases. And the adult child then is forced to step in and figure out what to do. I started doing something I call solution planning, using Medi-Cal as one of the options for the solution planning, about in 1994. The reason why I started doing that is because as a financial planner, I had many clients who had accumulated wealth through their investments and were aging, and all of a sudden were starting to spend thousands of dollars on their care each month. And I just knew that there was a way to help them stretch that money as far as possible. I started doing some research into different options. Some were age-appropriate investments as well as any kind of public benefit. And I discovered something called Medi-Cal, which is the California version of Medicaid. And through my research realized that it is a tax-funded benefit that we have been paying into with our federal and state taxes. Actually, we've been paying into the Medicaid system with our federal taxes and, as California residents, our state taxes since 1965. So as I researched this benefit and realized that the Medi-Cal or Medicaid benefit was actually being funded by our tax dollars, and the elderly population had paid into the system a lot longer than the rest of us, it really gave me the passion that I have to make sure that our senior population really have the opportunity to embrace this option when needing care or to pay for their care. Throughout the years, I have almost become a clearinghouse of information, or an information assistance program, as you will, in my own community and in other communities when it comes to being able to share this information with other agencies or individuals. And because of that and the need that I saw that we were lacking in our society and our communities as far as giving out this type of information, I created something called the NAVA Aging series. Now, the reason why I did that is because there were so many people that were calling my office all the time asking for information pertaining to Medi-Cal, to Medicaid, to Social Security supplemental income, and how to maneuver through that governmental process, especially people who didn't really have a lot of money and a lot of assets, but had just enough to where they didn't qualify for these programs. And it has really been a wonderful journey for me to produce this audiobook series to help people gain this knowledge that they need about how to obtain these benefits. Well, as I started to produce this series, it became more than just information regarding public benefits. We also touched upon the emotional issues, the legal issues, the issues of, oh my gosh, my mom or dad need care. How do we determine what kind of care? What level of care? How do I get them placed in a facility? How do I maneuver through all of the legal documents that I may need? And so this project, the NAVA Aging Project, really took on a life of its own, as well as the people behind the scenes that helped me to produce and edit and write the script. And so I hope that you will enjoy this audiobook, if you will, if you choose to take a look at it. And it's on my website, planningforseniors.com.